Hello everyone, my name is Stephanie Caldwell and welcome to the first episode of It's All Questionable, the podcast. I recently wrote a book called It's All Questionable, so I thought it would be fun to kind of piggyback off of that and start sharing a little bit more of the stories that are already in here. Some people would say that I am a surface level person, that I skip over the details sometimes, and it's all true. So I wanted to take a deep dive, go chapter by chapter, page by page with you guys so you can kind of get to know the stories a little bit better, maybe unveil some truths, maybe give a little bit more to the story than what's printed here. So that's what I'm going to do. And I wanted to start off by just having the first episode, just me kind of introducing everything, and from here on out, I'm going to have somebody with me that's already in the book that we can interview, that we can get some answers to on their questionable decisions. And then there's also going to be some guests that want to come on that actually have some questions that have nothing to do with the book. So every week we'll have a different person on. It's going to be about 10 to 20 minutes. And just want to keep you all tuned in. You know how those attention spans can get. They're a little bit like gnats these days. We've got to keep it short, got to keep it simple. So that's the plan. And hopefully you guys will have fun and come along the ride with us. And so since it's just me right now, I might as well go ahead and explain to you two of my very questionable decisions on page 1 and page 2. What better way to start than from the beginning? So here goes nothing. Page 1, first decision. I am 16 years old and I decide I'm going to get my tan on. And as you can see, I'm definitely the pale of the palest, pasty some might call it. And my next door neighbor at the time was named Angie. And she had the nice bronze skin where she could easily get a tan, no big deal. So I'm just going to lay out on her all day and hopefully, the magic will happen and I'll, become tan like her. So some people, if they're pale like me, they may want to just go out into the sun for, 10, 15 minutes, then apply some, 50 SPF. No, I didn't do that. I'm not going to even go the sunscreen route. I'm not even going to go get some baby oil. I'm not even going to do anything that has to do with sunscreen whatsoever. We're going to skip all of that nonsense. We're going to just go into the kitchen. We're going to hit up the pantry, and we're going to see what I can find in there that may be able to, expedite the process of the tan. So I come across and do a couple, scans of the shelf, and I'm like, duh. What better way to get tan than Wesson oil? So I'm just going to slather that all over my legs, my arms, my feet, maybe a little bit on my chest. And so in the book it says I have chicken fried chest. Well, that's where that came from, because I took Wesson oil and decided that I'm going to fry myself like a chicken. And 15, 20 minutes wasn't enough. An hour was definitely not enough. 3, 4 hours? No! We are going a full shift. 8 hours I was out there in that sun with that Wesson oil on. What the F? So, questionable decision number 1 would be that. Now, let me tell you what happened with all that nonsense. I ended up in the hospital. Shocker. 2nd-degree burns. But I don't let that stop me from going to work. I'm 16 years old. I got to get my money so I can go to the mall. So I got a job at Arby's. Been working there for about a couple of weeks. Still got the shirt. Hey, sexy, cute Arby's shirt. Hold on to that all these years. I was working with my best friend at the time, Carly. Hey, girl. And I show up at work and they commended my dedication and my loyalty to my job and did not call in, but however, I was kindly asked to leave when my big, huge, purple, swollen face was sizzling next to the fryer and scaring customers away. So they're like, hey girl, you need to go home and get up out of here because nobody wants to buy roast beef with your ass looking like that. So bye. So I had to leave, but it's okay. Finally, that skin did peel off. Black skin peeled off because it was burnt like to a crisp off my chest and left me with some deep-rooted scars since I was 16 on my chest. So sexy. And yeah, so that's what happened on page 1. So that's kind of setting the tone of how this whole podcast is going to go. We are just going to explain some things. We need some more details. So from that, we're going to page 2. Page 2 would be the very first time I got my buzz on. And I'm not proud to admit, but it did happen, so I have to tell you, at the age of 12. So here I am in middle school. It's the 7th grade. And I mean, of course, we're going to get our buzz on. What? I got another incident with next door neighbor Angie. So we're at her house, decided that we are going to break open her father's liquor cabinet. And, you know, we're 12 years old. We're not going to go for the Boone's Farm. We're not going to just, you know, start slow with the wine coolers. We're not going to just get maybe, I don't know, a beer. Nope. We're going to skip over that nonsense and we're going straight for the tequila. I mean, we're in 7th grade. We don't mess around. We're not going to just get the tequila that has, you know, the Cuervo and the silver this and gold that. Nope. We're going for the hardcore worm in the bottom tequila. I mean, and also, you know, we're not lightweights. We're not going to just chill it. We're not going to add some training wheels. We're not doing slick it, slam it, suck it, nothing. We are just going to drink that straight out of the bottle, warm. And we're going to drink it until it's gone. Until we get to that worm, and then we are going to be just right. So yeah, that was the first time I ever had a buzz, and you know, you think you learned your lesson, and you know, maybe that was the last time. No. But however, it did put a little pause on things because, you know, I got busted. You know, my parents found out. I don't know if they saw me acting a little funny after a bottle of tequila and being 12 years old. But they somehow caught on. I had to do some hardcore labor in the yard for the rest of the day until I threw up that worm. And yeah, so that was the second questionable decision to come out of this book. So you see where we're going with all this. A lot of thought did not happen in making my decisions. So we learned some lessons along the way. We put it all in this book for y'all to read about, and we're just going to keep this train rolling until all your questions are answered. So this time next week, we're going to have my girl Brandy in here because she is all throughout this book. So she's got some explaining to do too. So I will have her on next week, and we will have some fun with that. And I'm really, really thankful that you guys tuned in, and I hope to see you again, and see you later. Bye!